Hello guys, welcome back. It's a new week and it's a very important week because it's the new week that will end the month. All right, pretty much it is the last week of the month. Today is the 24th of June and we are on the markets. I hope everyone could have a good rest with family and friends during the weekend. Last Thursday webinar was really great. We talked about the Bank of England, the inflation rates and all sort of kind of things about the UK economy. And today we're just gonna be a normal video as usual. Every Monday we do a dry run of what's gonna happen during the week ahead. And again, this is a very important week. Next week as well will be a very important week. And why why is the last week the most important? Not the most important, but one of the important one during the whole month. Stay with me that I will tell you why. But before, please guys, join us on the Telegram and join us as well on here. So on the YouTube, I mean, just subscribe to the channel and you will be able to have daily content coming to your notification on your YouTube landing page. And another thing is the Telegram is we're nearly hitting 200 subscribers. As soon as we hit 200 subscribers, we'll be delivering my second part of the strategy, because when we hit it 100 a couple months ago, I think 2 months or 3 months ago maximum, we had the first part of my strategy and the strategy and what I look for to build up trades. And then now I'm going to be, until we hit the 200 members, I will be doing the last part of the strategy. That's the second part. So if you're not there yet, if you're not there a member on the link, on the Telegram, do it so by just going at the description of the video and clicking on joining the Telegram now. All right. So if you have pressed the like button, have subscribed, then we can move ahead, move on. But why is the last week of the month the one that's most important? Pretty simple, okay? This is most of the times, I'm not talking about all the time, I'm talking most of the times, we have what we call the options, right? And some of the options, the biggest options, expire in the end of the month in the Forex market. Not into the Forex market that you trade, but in the Forex, in currency markets, okay? So let's say a big bank is holding a position of a future option or something that says the price your strike price will be X or will be Y, and then you will execute the order, or the order will be executed by itself in the end of the month. So, there's all of those big things. And as well, most of the big companies, big transactions are done in the last month, on the last week of the month. That's when they are closing down the month and looking at what they, what are the profits they've done and so on. So going from there, this is pretty much it, why is so important. Now let's have a look into the economic calendar. Don't expect much from this week. Last week was the busiest one, so it tends to be, I've told you already this, but it tends to be 1 week very busy, 1 week sort of normal, 1 week easy, normal, busy, normal, busy, normal, and then goes from there. Next week will be very busy because we're gonna have the NFP and we're gonna have some bit and pieces extra, but let's focus first on this week and let's see what we are waiting for us. So today we had the CPI for Singapore. If I'm not wrong, Singapore, yes, 3.1%, a little bit higher than the forecast. At 5 p.m. we're going to have federal member Waller giving us a speech. And then we have a little bit later German Buber president giving us a speech as well. And then the supervisory from European Central Bank, ECB, Fernandes Bolo giving us a speech as well. So Monday is packed with speeches and this is all. We didn't have much things besides that. Then Moving to Tuesday, we still have some speeches from ECB, CFTC, GBP speculative net positions that it didn't came in to us on Saturday, so therefore they've moved to Tuesday. So let's wait and see what are the positions held by the big banks on the UK pound, on the GBP, and then as well for the US dollar, the gold, and the S&P 500, Nasdaq 100, and crude oil. Goes as well for Australian dollar, Japanese yen, euro, and yeah, that would be it. So there was a big problem with the CFTC data. That they weren't able to deliver it to us on Saturday as they used to. So maybe tomorrow morning, as here 5:30 a.m., they will be able to deliver this data, so I can show to you guys on tomorrow's webinar. So if you want to see where the big positions, where are the big players positioning themselves, then you're more than welcome to join us on Tuesday webinar, tomorrow, from 5 to 6 p.m. Okay, easy to register. Just go to the description of the video and click on register now for the webinar. We're going to have as well a Spanish GDP, another FOMC member, Bowman, I don't know how to pronounce his name, speaking as well. CPI for Canada, and that would be it for Tuesday. Moving to Wednesday, we're going to have the consumer sentiment from the central bank consumer confidence of June for USA. FOMC member Bowman again speaking to us. RBA Assistant Governor Kent giving us a speech, and that will be it for Wednesday. On Thursday, it's most likely we will have GDP coming a little bit weaker for the USA quarter over quarter. So GDP at 10:30 p.m. on Thursday Australian time, quarter over quarter, quarter one for USA. Previous was 3.4%, and now the consensus is at 1.3%. So that is a really big drop. Even if it comes as expected, it's still a big drop already, because the previous was like 3.4, and now is the consensus at 1.3. So pretty much 2%. Okay, so that's a pretty much 1%. 1.5% drop. 1.5% drop on the GDP for USA. So that's really not good for the USA economy. And then moving on to Friday, we will have GDP for pound for UK year over year, and as well quarter over quarter. All right, expected to have a little bit of a warm up into the economy, because the quarter over quarter is expected at 0.6 from the previous of negative 0.3%. So pretty much 200% more than from the previous. So that's a really good gross domestic product from UK on a quarter over quarter. German unemployment change, Spanish CPI, and German unemployment rate as well. And then after that, we're going to have some PC price index, core PC price index for USA, and then GDP for Canada. This is it for this week. It's full of data, but nothing too crazy impacting the market. Okay, so don't expect much movements in towards news, all right, in towards like data driving markets, but there is definitely some opportunities in the market that we're going to be exploring tomorrow afternoon on the webinar. So again, I invite you, and if you want, you can invite your friends as well to come aboard with us from 5 to 6 p.m. We'll be live. You just need to register. In the description of the video, you will find the link to go to ACY website and register yourself. Guys, thank you so much. I hope everyone have a beautiful week ahead. Good trades, good opportunities on the market. And if you have any feedback, if you have any questions, just put down in the comments, and I will be definitely reading those comments when I have a chance. All right, guys, thank you so much. I see you tomorrow, or I see you in another video. Ciao, ciao.